Hey there, good looking. Join me for this 20-minute non-stop core cardio workout. Listen, you don't need any equipment. However, if you are a beginner, I recommend a chair so we can build the ground up on a couple of the movements. And I'm also using my BOSU ball for some of the movements. That is completely optional. So if you have one, pull it out. If you don't worry. All right, lace up your runners. Let's go get started. Hey there, welcome. I'm PJ from fitnesswithpj.com as well as over50fitness.co. And hey, listen up. If you're enjoying this on YouTube, click that subscribe button so we can keep working together. And if you're enjoying this ads-free on Over 50 Fitness, head to our private community after this workout so we can chat about what you thought. All right, let's start down on the mat. I'm going to chat as we get into our warm-up here about the workout itself. But let's start with knees apart underneath the hips. Hands underneath the shoulders, draw the belly button in, and let's anchor the spine in this neutral position. Take the left arm, extend it leading with the thumb, level with the ground and the opposite leg, and then bring it down and the other side. So this opposite arm and leg lift is going to warm up the core as well as give you this connection. I want you to connect with the abs and the core itself by learning how to maintain neutral spine. Now this workout is going to be suitable even if you have osteoporosis, spinal stenosis, prolapse. I'm going to show alternative screens in the crunch patterns so that you can have a workout that fits your needs. Deal? Deal. Last two. One more. Release. Come up into high plank for me, feet apart, and your head is past your fingertips. Pull the shoulder blades away from your ears and push your hips back and drive forward. Beautiful. Now, if this is too much for you, you hold that static plank. If you're joining me, we have 10 of these. This will warm up our core as well as our legs. You should be feeling the quads. Are you breathing? Great. Now look slightly past your mat, so don't let that head drop. 4 more. One more. Beautiful. Now let's walk ourselves up to a standing position all the way. Reach it up and walk out again. Now if walkouts don't work for you, I want you to just try a couple. All right, go at your speed. Bend the knees as best you can if you need to really get down there, but this is helping us warm up the entire body and teaching us to stabilize our own body weight. So you do you. If you get 2 in, awesome. Don't forget about that reach up at the top, extending through your lats and shoulders. 1 more here. And reach it up last time. Awesome. Let's get the hips stabilized a bit, and we'll also work on our core because we'll be balancing. Bend one knee, just mirror me, and bring that leg out, kind of like a fire hydrant. If you've been with me for a while, you know we do this glute med stabilization for a lot of the warm-ups. I'm already breathing hard. Last 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1, other side. Here we go. Bend the knee, stabilizing leg is soft. Focus your stare on something stationary for that balance. Lift that leg up high, coming purely out to your side, not in front. Good job. Woo, there goes my balance. Here we go. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. March it out. All right, we're going to begin in 20 seconds. Here's the rundown. 10 moves, 2 rounds, 40 seconds on the clock. As mentioned, there'll be an alternative screen for those of you with osteoporosis, spinal stenosis, prolapse, so that you can get a good workout in without, increasing any injury. All right, we're going to start with arms up for me. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Start with a march and then add a jog. Arms stay up because that core has to stabilize. When we're done, we're moving into a plank jack. For those of you that are beginners, you're going to place your hands on a chair to lift, bring your ground up, make it more manageable. In 3, 2, 1. All right, so for everybody, whether you're on the chair, BOSU, or hands on the ground, wrists are right underneath the shoulders, and tap out. Good. If the tap outs work okay for you, little jack outs. If you're using the BOSU, keep that chest over the white button. If your hands are on the ground or chair, keep the wrists under the shoulders. Woo, and breathe. My allergies have really flared up today, so if I sniffle a lot, my apologies. I'm finding it hard to breathe today. Last 10 seconds, and then we're on our backs. In 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right. You ready? We have a reverse curl with legs down. If you have osteoporosis, you'll just do the legs down. Hands underneath the bum. Give me a reverse curl. And then keep that low back anchored and drop the heels to the ground. Back of the neck is long. Exhale on the reverse curl. Good. Hands are underneath the bum. So we've got a posterior tilt happening so we don't stress the low back. As mentioned, those of you who can't do crunches, you're doing the legs down only, keeping that low back anchored to your ground the entire time. Now we have a mountain climber coming up, so for beginners, you're going to pop yourself back up with those hands on your chair. I'm using my BOSU, but you can use the ground only. Time. All right. The BOSU is a great way too to pop the ground up a bit. I'm not going to lie, it helps. All right, feet apart for me. Bring the knee to the opposite forearm. Bring it back down. Other knee. Good. So we have alternate knee coming across the body, keeping everything else still. Good job. Wrists under the shoulders. BOSU crew. White button under the chest. Everybody's looking up a little bit. We're not letting that head drop. And let's pick up that tempo. And breathe. Back onto our mat in 10 seconds. Should be feeling those abs by now. In 3, 2, 1, release. All right, on your back. Woo. Okay, low back extensions for my osteoporosis people. Otherwise, everybody else, legs up. And drop the knees side to side. But you're not letting the knees drop all the way down. So we're using the obliques to pull those legs up. As you drop the knees to one side, you keep that opposite arm and shoulder on your mat. Knees are over the hips, so don't bring the knees too close to your chest. Make sure they're over your hips. Now this is a twist pattern, so that's why I have my osteo people working spinal extension. All right, up there in the alternative screen. We're back with a mountain climber type motion after this. So if you're using a chair, done. Let's get set up. All right. Now, everybody have your foot right beside your left hand. So left hand, left foot. Now push into the chair, BOSU or ground, and pop right foot to other hand. Yes. Yes, you can do this. Come on, power mountain climber. Come on. Your goal here is to really push into your ground, push into your chair, and that's going to help you lift those legs up. Push. Do what you can. Come on. Woo! You feel those legs too? Yes. One more. Time. Woo! Back onto your back. We have some crunch pulses. For my osteo people, you'll see I'm doing a dead bug. Here we go. Place the hands on the thighs for me. Bring them up past the knees and back down. And you're pulsing it, so we're not letting your head go down. Exhaling as we curl up. Keeping constant tension on the abs. So we're trying to get those fingertips up past the knees. Halfway there, come on you. We're lying on our side in 15 seconds. Hey George, you gonna come in? Nope. If you're wondering who George is my dog. All right, we have a side V up. Osteo people, you're doing a side plank. So let's bring the arm down. You're lying on one side. Roll back onto the glute so you're not right on your hip bone, okay? Bring the hand behind the ear, and we crunch up, bringing rib to hip on this top of the body. Now, as I said, though, you want to be rolled back onto your glute a bit. If you're right on your hip, it's uncomfortable as hell. So, now you want to make it harder. The legs stay straighter. All right? Yes, you're going to push off the ground with that bottom arm. That's totally cool. You won't be busted for cheating if you do that, okay? 10 more seconds, and then we flip the other side. Breathe out as you lift. One more, come on. Time. All right, other side. Those of you doing the side plank, other side. Here we go. Bottom arm is where? That's right. In front of you. Ready? Rib to hip. We're almost there. This is the 9th move of our 10-move circuit. We're standing when the timer goes. Last 3, 2, 1. Come on up, Wormy. Woo! All right. There's 2 different variations. Osteo people, you'll follow this. Everybody set up, though, his feet wider than the shoulders, toes turned out, hands up. Give me a squat. Now, side crunch. Try to touch the back heel each side and drive up. Good. Osteo people, you'll see that I have your foot lifting up in front of you while you tap each toe. So instead of doing the side crunch, you're lifting your leg up. Good job. So we move into overhead, arms overhead jog when the timer goes. Final round coming up in about 10 seconds. Keep that chest up, head up, elbows back. Good job, you. One more squat. Come on, let's do it. Sink it deep. Time. Woo. March it out. So lower high impact jog, up to you, but everybody arms up to fire up that core. Ready, set, go. Get those elbows beside the ears. Good, chest lifted. So now we know what's coming up, right? We can perfect the form. You can flow into it a little easier. You know what's coming up. If you don't worry about it. I got it written down. We're good. 10 more seconds. It's right there under the camera for me. Plank jacks in 3, 2, 1, release. All right, remember, elevate the hands if you need to. Or wrists under shoulders if you're using the ground. Here we go, high plank. Tap it out to start out with. And if that feels cool for you, jack it. Make it a little jack so we can control those hips. Good, don't let that head drop. Keep that tush down. This isn't a pike. Keep that butt down. Reverse curl coming up. Woo. We're moving. In 3, 2, 1, and on your back. So this guy here, hands under the bum. Reverse curl to leg drop. Ready, set, here we go. Reverse curl, stamp the ceiling. Now keep that low back anchored, drop your legs. If you can't keep that low back anchored, bend your knees more. Remember, osteo people, no reverse curl. And when I say osteo people, please include yourself if you have spinal stenosis as well as prolapse. Okay? Awesome. I'm running out of breath. Knee across body mountain climber coming up. Time. Woo. All right, build your ground up if you want. Otherwise, wrists under the shoulders using your ground. All right. Here we go. Feet apart. Knee to opposite forearm. Really try to get that knee to touch your opposite forearm, just around the elbow area. Come on. Let that hip drop down and twist it under. Good. Don't worry. You're not twisting through the spine on here. This is twisting through the hip. Woo! And boy, do I feel my core on this one. I love it. Come on, you showed up. Let's finish this. Last 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, time. All right. On your back, unless you have osteoporosis or otherwise, then you're on your stomach doing low back extensions. Everybody else, knees over hips, drop them down, about 75% towards the ground. So not all the way. We want enough where we're feeling the opposite side oblique fire up so the knees don't drop all towards that side. Feet and knees stay together for me, please. And then remember that cue, right? Knees over hips. Don't have them too close to your chest. Anchor that body with your arms. Come on. Time. Woo! All right, we're powering up those mountain climbers. Remember that one? Of course you do. You'll have nightmares about this one. Just joking. No, you won't. Here we go. Left foot beside left hand. Now push through your ground. BOSU chair, switch. Come on, you can do this. Little pause when that foot hits that ground. Pace yourself. 20 more seconds. Told you this was nonstop core cardio. I did not lie. We're moving in 3, 2, 1, time. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. All right. Crunch pulses or dead bug. Up to you. Here we go. Hands on thighs, heels close to bum. Exhale, try to touch the top of the knees. And then go back down, but don't go all the way where the head and shoulders relax. Exhale, pulse up. Release. Pulse up. Release. Pulse up. Good. So that's the tempo, okay? Okay. If your head gets tired, place your hand behind the head, right? Or not your head, your neck. Right? Place your hand there, give that some support. We have side V-ups in 3, 2, 1, release. All right. Bottom arm extends. Top hand behind the head or side plank if this one doesn't work for you. Now roll onto that glute and rib to hip. Push on the ground with that bottom hand. Good. Exhale when you crunch up. Great job. Listen, I don't care what option you chose in this workout, whether you're following the little PJ in the screen there or the big one here in the big screen. You showed up. I'm honoring you, and you should be proud of that. So, well done, you. Time. There are millions out there that don't show up, okay? And you're doing it in your living room, so well done. Here we go, other side. Roll onto that back glute, rib to hip. That's because those millions just haven't found me yet, right? If you can't toot your own horn, and that's what I want you to do. I want you to toot your own horn. Whoo, baby. We're moving on to that last exercise. We're coming up into it in 10 seconds. That deep squat with a side crunch. In 3, 2, 1, come on up. Woo! All right, so remember, my osteo people, your foot's coming up, but everybody, feet apart, toes turned out, hands up. Now squat low. Good. Side crunch. Drive up. So the side crunch, try not to lean forward. So it's a pure rib to hip. So I'm pretty tight in my side of my QL, so I don't get that far down. You may be able to get all the way down to your shoe, but make sure you're doing so by side bending, not flexing. Make sense? Okay, good. In 10 seconds, we get to have some water. Yes, we're done. Coming up in 3, 2, 1. Yes. Well done, you. All right, grab a sip of water. Keep marching out. We got to cool you down, stretch you out, and then you can continue on with your day. Or maybe you're going to try another workout. Maybe a workout finisher, or some yoga, or some strength. Whew. That is a good stretch, or a good workout. Now we're going to do a good stretch. Here we go. Heel up to the bum, just mirror me. Good. Softness in the knee. Excellent. Now pull the knee back. Ooh, hello, quadricep. And squeeze the bum forward. If you want, you can extend the other arm straight up, shoulder away from the earlobe. Focus your stare on something stationary to help with that balance. Good. Let's do the other side. So, knee under hip. So it's going to start with knee ahead. I want you to pull the knee back. Yeah, and you'll feel a much deeper stretch. Okay, find my balance. Now squeeze the bum forward. And if that feels cool to you, bring that arm up. Keep that shoulder away from the ear, though. Good. All right, let's get ourselves down. Left knee on the mat. Right ankle and knee lined up, and you're going to give me a subtle lunge forward, so we're opening up into the hip flexor here. All right, squeeze the bum, so really tuck that left side of your tailbone in. Good. Now let's get into the abs as well by bringing the arms up, shoulders down, reach up, and you'll give your back a little bit of an extension. So you're looking up slightly, stretching the front of the body here, with also emphasis on your left hip flexor or psoas group. Great. Now release the right arm and now lean away from that left hip, reaching that left arm across and over the ear. Now stretching to the left side body, left oblique. Circle this left arm behind, nice and slow. I love that one. Here we go. Straighten that front leg. All right, come forward. If you have yoga blocks, it's ideal. Build your ground up, all right? I love yoga blocks. They're a really inexpensive tool, and I highly recommend everybody have a pair. They help build your ground up. Heck, you could have used them for those power mountain climbers if you were using just the ground. And they also help us when we have tight hips. And they also help in terms of stretching. If you want to use it to place under the hips, there's all sorts of things you can do with yoga blocks. Actually, you know what? I should do a full workout with yoga blocks. That isn't yoga. Here we go. Other side. There we go. All right, so we're going to come forward. Squeeze that right glute like you're tucking the tailbone under. This front knee and ankle are in line. Inhale the arms, sweep them up. Arms in a bit of a V position, thumbs pointed behind. Extend the spine. Great. Now let's stretch into the abs with emphasis now on this right psoas group. Couple breaths. Left arm down, reach that right arm up and come across, arm going over the ear, leaning away from that right hip. Shoulder mobility, circle this arm nice and slow behind you. Feels good. Here we go, straighten that front leg, chest over thigh. Great job. Gaze just past the toe. Be aware of where your head is in position when we exercise. When I used to teach real humans in real time, quite often I would see this sort of dropping of the head, especially when we're doing the stretching. So just be aware, right? Slight chin tuck, get that neck aligned with the spine. Yeah, March 10th, 2020. That was the last time I taught a group. Yeah, like in person. I've done lives online, but that was the last time. It was the day after my 50th birthday. And then COVID happened and the world went crazy. Here we go, come on up. All right, now into a side bend here. This is gonna feel really nice for the obliques. Mirror me, get this leg out, tuck this one into the groin. Beautiful. Now inhale the arm straight up, bring this arm in front of the shin and calf area, and then lean over and take your gaze slightly up to the ceiling. You should feel a nice stretch through the side of the body. Now, you may feel a stretch just here, upright. Anytime I cue you on, lengthening a stretch, it's all up to you. I want you to find what's going to be the best fit for you, and each day is going to be different. And as I mentioned earlier, just honor yourself on that. All right, let's do the other leg. Here we go. So foot into the groin now. All right, inhale this arm straight up. Exhale if you'd like, and side bend here. And if you are doing the side bend, your gaze is going to be slightly up, looking up to your ceiling. And release. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I know there's a ton of choices for you out there for fitness, so thank you for choosing me today. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to click that subscribe button. And if you're over 50, come and join us on the Over 50 Fitness app. You'll get this workout as well as many others ads free. There's a free 14-day trial down there in the description. And everybody, drop a comment below. I want to hear from you. All right, we'll see you next workout. Bye.